Good morning, guys. And with the bandana, you can tell where we're going now. We're going back to Portsmouth Harbour to join the ex-pirates Davy Toff and grumpy Elias Captain Crow. So there we go, guys. Now we're on chapter 25 in our story, The Quiet Sea. And this title is called A Quiet Realisation. So let's read on. See what's happening down by the salty sea docks of Portsmouth. The morning air in Portsmouth carried a scent of salt and fresh bread from the harbour bakery. Eliza stood in a small garden behind the cottage, watering the herbs she had planted weeks earlier. The rosemary and thyme had begun to grow thick and fragrant. Normally she enjoyed these quiet moments, but lately something felt different. She rested her hand lightly on the wooden fence and took a slow breath. For several mornings now she had felt a strange mix of tiredness and excitement, as though her body was holding a secret. At first she dismissed it. Life had been busy, but today, standing in the soft morning light, the thought returned to her again, stronger this time. Later, inside the cottage, Eliza sat down at the kitchen table staring into her teacup. Her hands drifted unconsciously to her stomach. Could it be, she whispered to herself? But the idea felt almost too precious to speak aloud. She thought of the conversation she and Davy had shared not long ago. The laughter, the dream of small footsteps. Her heart began to beat faster. Davy came through the door a short while later carrying a small bundle of sailcloths for the shop. He noticed immediately that Eliza looked thoughtful. "Everything all right?" he said. She nodded slowly. I think so." He set down the cloth and joined her at the table. "Eliza, what is it?" She hesitated, then reached her hand for his hand. "Davy, I might be expecting." For a moment he simply blinked. The word took a second to settle. "You mean?" She nodded softly. "I'm not certain yet, but I think it's a good chance." Davy sat very still, when a slow smile began to spread across his face, the kind that came from somewhere deep in his chest. "Are you serious?" he asked quietly. Elizabeth laughed softly. Her eyes were shining. "Yes." He stood suddenly, pacing across the room before returning to her. I don't know whether to shout, laugh or sit down. I'm so excited. I don't know what to do." "You could try breathing," she suggested. He did. Then he knelt down beside her chair and gently rested his hand over hers. "Is it true?" he said softly. "This will be the greatest adventure we've ever had." Eliza squeezed his hand. "I was hoping you'd say that." That evening they walked to see Edith and Elias. David could barely contain himself the entire way. "Don't tell them yet," Eliza warned gently. "We need to be sure." I know," he said, "but I might explode. I might go to tell someone." When they arrived, Edith noticed the glow in the faces immediately. "What news are you two carrying?" she asked, with a knowing smile. Eliza glanced at Davy. He tried very hard to remain calm. "We might have something to celebrate soon," Eliza said carefully. Edith's eyes widened with understanding. Elias looked from one to the other, then slowly broke into a grin. "Well," he said proudly, "this house may soon require a cradle." Later that night, Davy and Eliza walked along the shoreline. The moon shimmered across the water. Davy wrapped an arm around her shoulders. "Is it true," he said quietly, "our child will grow up here in the sea every night?" Eliza rested her head against his, and learning that love built this little home. The tide moved in gently below them as if welcoming them with a new story beginning along the shores of Portsmouth. So there we go, guys. We're soon going to hear the sound of tiny feet pattering on the cottage floor in Portsmouth Harbour. Is it going to be a boy? Is it going to be a girl? We'll have to wait and see. So before you ladies start knitting pink and blue socks for the baby, we have to wait. So hold your knitting needles. Don't start knitting yet, guys. But so chapter, join me tomorrow night, Tuesday night, for chapter 26. It says, it's just simply called, the title is called The Cradle. So here we go. Someone's got a project. Someone's making a cradle for the baby. So we'll see. Anyway, guys, we'll wish them very luck with pregnancy. Well, Eliza's pregnancy, but Davey had something to do with that. But we wish Eliza all the best with her pregnancy, and let's see what will happen. So don't start knitting your little bobbin, what they call bobbins, socks for the baby, bodkins. I don't know what they're called. So let's join them tomorrow and see what happens next. So for tonight, we're going back to Topsy Tickletown, which is that way, guys, and it's chapter 70 now, and it's Richard's most ticklish problem yet. Richard, the gentle ticklish giant, it's his biggest problem. So let's see what problems Richard's got tonight in Topsy Tickletown. So join me for Topsy Tickletown tonight, guys. And now I can take the pirate's bandana off. I can maybe turn it into a skipping rope for Topsy Tickle tonight, or Veronica, but we'll see. Anyway, guys, enjoy your day and join me in Topsy Tickletown for chapter 70 tonight for Richard's most ticklish problem yet. So let's see what you got a problem, Richard. Let's go to see what Richard problem's got. So there you go, guys. Join me tonight, and in the meantime, have a very lovely Monday, brand new week, full of new possibilities. So there we go, guys. Take care now and join me. Thank you for joining me in Storyteller's Corner, and join me later for Topsy Tickle. Bye bye now.